What is up? This is Shreddy Guitar with a tutorial on how to restring a Floyd Rose tremolo equipped guitar. So, our patient today is a Jackson Randy Rhoads RRXMG with the EMG 81 and the 85 active pickup set. So, this guitar has a Floyd Rose special tremolo. So, we're gonna need a couple of things in order to help us string up this bad boy. So, you obviously need a peg winder, and you would also obviously need an Allen key, one that can fit the locking nuts and the bridge itself. So I already took up the liberty of unscrewing these little locking nuts. I don't know if you'll see it in the camera, but I see them clearly. So you're gonna have to place the locking nuts in a safe place where you can easily see them, and you can screw them when you're done stringing up the guitar. So I already strung up the bottom E string. So alright, so this is an example. So you're gonna have to wiggle the string in order to get in tune. I mean, until it's in tune. So the set I'm using is Dunlop 1046 gauge strings. So the E string is already strung up, so we're gonna string up the A string. And in order to hold the Floyd Rose tremolo, you're gonna have to get something small, like a battery box, or like a wooden block. But what I'm using right now is like a folded up cardboard of the Dunlop strings. So this is what I'm using. So I'm usually using that to keep the Floyd Rose steady. So what you're gonna do is you gotta have the fine tuners aligned in order to get a better tuning. So gotta make sure this guitar is in tune. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to unscrew at the bridge. If it's a V shape, then you're gonna have to raise the tremolo up until it's loose. So we have it loose, and we will be ready to string up the A. So, alright, so this is a 36 gauge string, which is A. So, I have seen videos where people will feed it through the hole from the headstock, but I usually cut the ball end in order to get it, and it is snipped. So I'm gonna be putting the ball end in the bag with the old set of strings. So if you have Dunlops, you should get a plastic bag in it, with the strings, and then instead of throwing it away, you're gonna use it to store the municipal waste. So I believe this is a very efficient method to save grocery bags, in which I usually do when stringing up my Floyd Rose tremolo. So the ball end is cut off, and you always have the Allen key with you. So you're gonna place it in the block, and then you will need to screw it. Well, this isn't the best working surface I have in order to string the guitar. So once you have the string inside the post, you're gonna have to screw it in until it's tight. Well, you don't over tight it, otherwise the strings are gonna be in tune. So the string in the post is already snug, and if I ever talk, I mean, sometimes I would stammer, but I'm so sorry. So less chatter, more stringing of the guitar. So, alright, so this is usually, alright, you gotta make sure you have enough slack. Okay. Alright, so you gotta have it in line with the locking nuts before screwing it. So what I usually do is like you find enough slack and then you wrap around so that the string won't go anywhere, and then you usually string it away. So yep, this is the appropriate amount of slack, and then we begin stringing it. So okay, just line it up until it's in pitch. All right. What I usually do with like other guitars, you wiggle it and stretch it out until it is in tune. So that's another string, and then we got the D string, and you're gonna have to repeat this procedure for every string until you already have it strung up. So after you string up the Floyd Rose, you're gonna have to lock it in and fine tune it using the fine tuners on the bridge. So we're gonna do this for every string. So that'll open up the string post and insert the string, and then re-screw it in, and gotta make sure it's snug and tight. Okay, like I said, this procedure is going to be repeated for every string. So, and on we go. Keep it in line. The nuts. It's just too little. Guess it's like too little slack that is left. So if you ever leave like too little slack, you just unwind and then like find like a little bit more slack, and then you string it up. That's a fail-safe that I usually use. So that applies to the guitar that has a Floyd Rose tremolo. Okay. Alright, so with each string you're trying to string up, gotta tune the previously strung ones. So okay. So that is so these are the first 3 strings that are strung. So now we get to finish it up with the high strings. So I'm gonna unlock the post again. And okay. And it's loose. Gotta put the patch cables here. If you are wearing sweatbands, I mean, it's best you tuck your Allen key in it so that you can reach for it, you know, whenever you're using a Floyd Rose guitar to string it up. So it's much more better than putting it in your pocket and then worrying about like wherever the hell it went. So the procedure's done for like the previous strings. So this is the 17 gauge string that's gonna get strung. Snip at the ball end. Take out your Allen key. Okay, get an M nice and snug. Okay. Just to save enough time, I'm going to insert the remaining strings into the posts before restringing to save time. And just a special note to people that are restringing the guitars with a Floyd Rose for the first time. If you're going up or down a gauge, you're going to have to go into the back of the Floyd Rose and you have to calibrate the springs. And that would require a screwdriver. Especially if you're going to go up a gauge. Just keep that in mind. And string trapped. Alright, so strings are from the post, so let's get stringing then. Let me switch out the Let me switch out the headrest because planes, rattling, like stuff. Alright, so let the stringing begin. Okay. This is another way to string up your guitar, but I usually do it for like the thin strings. So it's from G to the high E. It's easier to do like 3 wraps or so, and then string away. So. Especially when you're restringing your Floyd Rose, gotta make sure the guitar is still. Alright, so that's 2 more to go. Now, if you ever have the feeling of paranoia whenever you're stringing a guitar and you fear that you're going to get your eye poked out, either you be aware of your surroundings for your safety, or you can take your guitar and you can get it strung by a professional technician of any sort. And you can find one at either your local music store or a Guitar Center or a Sam Ash, something like that. But it takes practice. And lots of it. Now I'm going to do like a couple of knots. Yeah, just do a couple of wraps and yeah, I mean, just do a couple of wraps until there's little to no slack left, and you're ready to go. Alright. So after you're done restringing your Floyd Rose tremolo, then you're ready to go, but you gotta lock the nuts in. And if you're gonna ever do dive bones, that's gonna require locking in the nuts. Alright, so there you go. You have a strung up Floyd Rose tremolo. So last step that you have left is to lock in the nuts. So that concludes how to restring a Floyd Rose tremolo. So and all right, and this is locked in. You're ready to go, but if you're not in tune, gotta use the fine tuners. All right, and now you remove the cardboard. It's a little sharp, but it'll require setting up. So that concludes the tutorial.